I'm editing a chapter in my book right now, and it's about um, one of the types of volunteers that came in, the StarSeeds, and or the Rainbow Children, the Indigo Children. Right? They're all sort of in that same group that jumped in right around the 80s and 90s, and they're continuing to jump in. What I wanted to share about these beautiful beings is they came in holding much more light quotient than the rest of us. So they're holding between 9 to 11% of their light quotient. Typically, when a being comes into human form, even other light workers, they're holding between 6 to 9% of their light quotient. When you bring in 9 to 11% of a light quotient into a physical body, it's a massive shift in how you're going to experience your reality. So if you're a starseed right now and you are waking up to this, you most likely feel very alienated, very different, very much like none of this makes sense. And the more you wake up, the more kind of crazy you feel, right? Many starseeds have been labeled with ADHD, ADD, bipolar, schizophrenia. We have, not we, because I'm not one, but they have massive addictions, right? There's so many ways in which the external reality tries to deal with them, and there's many labels that are put on them. So if you are finding yourself experiencing a reality where you're waking up to this starseed notion, right? Pay attention to the labels that are put on you, okay? The second thing, because we're not these labels, the second thing is you dropped in with a blueprint. You are here to assist humanity and the earth into, like, literally walking into these higher dimensional realms, the fourth dimensional field and the fifth dimensional field. You are here to assist humanity in navigating the higher realms. So your work is not in the third dimensional field. Your work is in the higher dimensional realms. Your gifts are innate and they're going to naturally turn on. The way your blueprint, which is your work, turns on is that your body has to hold the same frequency as the blueprint. And most of you that are starseeds, because you came in with much more light quotient, and the purpose of you coming in is to do this higher dimensional work, your blueprint is held in a higher frequency, which means that your body has to catch up to the frequency of your blueprint, okay? And that can take some time. Many starseeds receive spontaneous activations or awakenings, kundalini awakenings, a traumatic event, a trauma, a drug-induced sort of awakening, right? And these instantaneous awakenings that happen to some of the starseeds, literally overnight, they have their gifts. They know these things. They don't know how they know. They have these abilities that they have no idea how they have, right? Most starseeds don't learn things from other people. They just innately know them. That's what they're here to do. That's what they're here to show us. They're here to like literally instantaneously receive that blueprint, right? And then begin to teach humanity how to be in the higher realms while we're all still in this third dimensional field. Many of you that are starseeds, right, are frustrated because you haven't been able to activate, open up, and begin to do your work. We got to have patience. There's got to be patience in this because your body is doing the best it can. It's not necessarily on the time frame that you want, but please remember that the blueprint you dropped into as this beautiful being of light that came in to assist Earth and humanity in this massive physical ascension right now, literally moving into another dimensional realm, you're here to assist that. And it takes time for the physical body to catch up to the blueprint that is what you are holding within you. So there's nothing externally that you need to do. Right? You don't need to externally learn all of these techniques and skills. You have it all. You brought it all in. It's in your little blueprint. It's there. So know that. It's just a matter of now the physical form catching up to that frequency. And as soon as it does, there will be an instantaneous sort of knowing. The challenge, however, is that you have to patiently wait, right? And there's no shortcuts. So those star seeds that were able to sort of somehow receive these spontaneous Kundalini awakenings or drug-induced sort of activations they didn't even realize were going to happen, or a traumatic event, right? There could have been like a death or you may have actually died and then come back, right? Or I mean, there's all kinds of events that can create a instantaneous awakening, right? But there's a massive amount of you that are still patiently waiting. So please know that the reason you may be experiencing the reality you're experiencing, that you're different, that you're unique, that it's challenging, right, is because you're holding so much more light. 1% more is a lot of light in the physical dense form, okay? So 9 to 11% of a light quotient is a lot, okay? So first and foremost, take that pressure off of you that there's something wrong with you. Second, don't buy into the labels, okay? The labels are the way the third dimensional consciousness and our external reality deals with the starseed, deals with the way that you are, right? They don't know any other way. They have to put labels on you. And third, your blueprint is in you. It is in a higher frequency because that's what you came down here to do. You came down here to assist humanity in the higher realms, not in the third dimensional realm. So guess what that means? Your physical body needs to hold the higher frequencies and anchor them down in order to activate that blueprint. And it's going to happen no matter what. So have patience with yourself. Thank you so much for volunteering and coming down into your human form with as much light as you brought in. It takes so much courage to patiently do what you're doing. And the impact that you are having and will continue to have, there's no words to describe it, okay? You are a beautiful group of light workers, way showers, whatever you want to call it. And although there are struggles, wait until the magic unravels. And for many of you, it already has. I love you so much. Thank you so much for staying in your physical form, for not giving up, for continuing to trust. And remember that blueprint is right there. I love you.